Coach Casey along with Kevin Armstead. This is Destination 831, our attempt to connect with the community during these amazingly difficult days. We're going to be chatting with some folks that are doing some things that are helping in terms of making things better for those of us in the community. We're going to chat with Billy Cox, who organized Monterey County Takeout and Delivery Service, which I know many of you are following on Facebook. We also have Steve Prodes, who is the editor of the Food Times. And we'll be talking with Kris Spencer from Maxfit Meals. But I believe that Billy Cox is joining us. Billy, I want to thank you for your time. You know, normally we'd be heading out to our favorite restaurant tonight, maybe grabbing that custom cocktail, cold beer, glass of vino, leaving the kitchen clean, celebrating a week well done. Well, you are offering folks a chance to try and grab onto a bit of normalcy, grab some food to go, set up your home for the meal, eat out in tonight. Billy Cox, do those words sound familiar?
Yes, they do.
Billy, I work in radio, man. That's all we do is plagiarism. But thank you so much for your time, and more importantly, what you've been doing. Can you tell us what was the inspiration, or where you would like to start? We're interested in finding out about Monterey County Takeout and Delivery Service.
It kind of started talking to a buddy, and he had said that we were talking about different restaurants, and I said, well, these guys are posting this, and these guys are posting that, and he said, well, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
And I said, well, we have to come up with, one location that kind of has so we can almost create a menu of restaurants in Monterey County. It's strictly Monterey County. We have it for restaurants, the bar industry, because we know that we can serve drinks by curbside now, pretty much. And also added the entertainers, because we have a lot of entertainers in our group that are always behind all the scenes. Pumping out the music while we're getting happy and filling our bellies.
Yeah. But
that's kind of where the inspiration came from. I just started that. And it's kind of taken off. We're about 400 followers now. And it's basically me looking at everybody's posts. I've liked pretty much every restaurant I can in the Monterey County and just sharing it on the page. There's no commentary. It's just strictly a menu of restaurants.
And what was it that was so near and dear to your heart to find the inspiration to create this?
I work in food service. I work for a distributor, a major distributor. I've been doing it for 30 years. I'm in the food service business. I have probably 70 to 80% of my friends are chefs, restaurants, wait staff, and it's just kind of a way to hopefully get them back to work. Make sure that their kitchens are dirty, and they've got to hire back, people to clean those kitchens and get the food out to the people. And in this ever-changing environment, our Monterey County chefs are great at adapting, and they've really come through adapting to this new world we live in.
It certainly is a new world, and in the football world, we call it a sudden change when we're marching down for a touchdown. We either get picked off or fumble the ball. This is certainly a sudden change where we're literally making up the plane as we're in flight during these days. What's been the response so far? You mentioned about the 400 followers, and in terms of getting the word out for the restaurants, how'd you go about getting their input?
So far, the input's basically been me capturing what they are putting out, just reposting it.
Gotcha.
There's some restaurants that post a lot each day. I definitely encourage people that are posting on the site to go to the Takeout and Delivery Services group and post in there as well, as addition to their own private webpage and group that they're doing for their posting. But I encourage them also to put the website and their phone number and a picture of the menu to make sure that the information is getting out to everybody that needs to see it. We're just one more, the group on Facebook is just one more avenue to advertise, to get your message out there. You can get to 5 or 10 people to your front door a night, and it makes a difference.
It certainly does. And the best way to do it, tell the folks on Facebook how they can follow. They're checking us out right now on Destination 831?
Yeah, it's a takeout and delivery service group. It's on Facebook. It's open. Right now, I'm the only admin that's on it, so I'm posting everything, and other people are posting. But I pretty much instantaneously will approve any post that refers to Monterey County and kind of the aura of the group of what we're trying to do. Trying to keep the chit chat down. It's just strictly a here we are. We're open. We got takeout delivery service. Here's our menu. Here's our hours. It's a very simple guideline of what we're trying to do. And if they go to that page and just get on it, you can always send me private messages if you want. If you want to have other information or questions, please do so.
Billy Cox is our guest this evening at Destination 831, Monterey County Takeout and Delivery Service. And what has been the success rate, or how are people responding to your efforts so far, Bill?
I've seen some posts online about them going out and purchasing, through personal messages, of course, because there's not a lot of chat on the channel, but mentioning that they saw it and they've done it. The one post that I saw, I don't have it verbatim in front of me, but I'm not sure if it really related to the group, but it was one from Mezzaluna. And it was a lady that has her other passed on, and she mentioned that she wants to kind of have some takeout and I follow live for dinner. And it was just kind of warms your heart, that she didn't get out much, she didn't want to do much, but she's alive and well, and she's really looking forward to what is to the heart of all life, the food, the stomach, and food trip.
No, you're right. You're helping her to add to the memory or create something special. That's really awesome, man.
And it could have been just a restaurant doing their thing, and it could have been something totally different, but I saw the post, and regardless if it was through the page or not, it was just a matter of, giving people a little bit of normalcy in this unnormal world right now.
There you go. Hey, Bill, this is Kevin. How you doing, sir?
Good, Kevin. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to make sure that we got you on the podcast. And thank you so much for, coming. So this is going to be basically, it's a recorded podcast, and we'll be posting everything later on this evening. But we're trying to find out a way to kind of sort of help the community also. And this was one way that I thought that would work really good. So when the page popped up, I jumped on it immediately because I said, okay, I love this. And I wanted to try to help us, you know what I mean? It's a win-win for everybody to try to let the people know which restaurants are opening, or for curbside delivery, what they're doing, because these are some really, really hard times right now. And a lot of things are going to change as we all know it. So thank you again for coming on, man. This is absolutely fantastic. So the name of the page again is Takeout and Delivery Service. It's going to be a group page for those of you that are listening via podcast, or it's going to be recorded for later. We would love for you to jump on there and help your neighbors out, because small businesses is what matters right now. Because it seems like a lot of us, might be taken out of the equation. And for us that are trying, we need to do the best we can to support our community that we live in right now.
No question.
Yeah, definitely. And people, the Visit Carmel pages have posted their restaurants that they have, so they have their avenues in addition to what we're doing. Pacific Grove put a list out. I'm encouraging Monterey and everybody else to continue to publish those lists that they're putting out. And as I see them, I'll share them. But to continue to talk to their restaurants, to the local folks, and encourage them to report back to the people they're talking to and let them know, hey, we're open, we've got new specials. It's a fresh environment, and you get hungry and you get, I don't want to cook tonight. Let's just go out.
Oh yeah. Now, have you seen the menus kind of adjusting as well? I've been driving by, I see family dinners. That's kind of the thing to do, right, nowadays? Or is that kind of a trend that you're following, Billy?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being in the food business, there's two types of menus. The menu that you got when you're dining in, and then the to-go menu. Some products don't travel well. They work great in your restaurant when it's hot, fresh off the grill.
Yeah.
But there's some that just won't travel well. So you take those off and you adapt your menu to different items. And I'm seeing new menus come out. You know, I'll give a little quick shout out to Nate Espinosa, who designed the logo, and he's working with local restaurateurs with some advertising together, and some Facebook posts, and some live sessions.
Wait a minute. You're talking about El Jefe?
I know that guy.
I know that dude. Manny Espinosa. Boy, he's so talented.
Yeah, he's running around. He's seen lots of land.
One tequila, one or the other, no question. What are some of the, like you said, the things that don't transfer well, but now, what are the things, I'm assuming like a macaroni and cheese, spaghetti and meatball or whatever, what are some of these things that folks when they're ordering now can expect to get with the family style package?
What I've seen a lot of, I mean, things that travel well. I mean, there's a couple of websites out there doing, gourmet pizza versus regular pizza, and that's an automatic delivery gem. It can be heated. People instead of French fries, they're switching to mashed potatoes, and they're switching to, you're right, like lasagnas and raviolis and things like that it doesn't need to be right off the grill. A rare cut prime rib dinner with fresh mashed potatoes and asparagus.
No, now you got me hungry, man.
You're making that
I'd love to have that. The chefs are producing that. I haven't looked at every single menu.
Yeah.
But that kind of stuff is much better in a restaurant. But you know what? Have you tried it at home yet?
No, that's true. Yeah, and most of the people, I'm sure, I'm just asking, are they taking advantage of the delivery services or are they going out and picking them up themselves curbside?
I've seen a little of both just through my posts. And, I personally have used a couple delivery services and Treehouse with Conrad and his great smoothies and things. He comes up and he drops them on the step halfway up, and I come down halfway.
I love that.
And he's great. He's videotaping everything, and he's promoting it, posting it. I think it's really helped his business.
That's Conrad from Treehouse. That's a special shout out right there. That's awesome.
Exactly. So I just want to say, sir, again, we totally appreciate you being on the show. We want to make sure that everybody else knows that. So we have an open format for those that want to talk about their restaurant, their business, or maybe what they might be going through at the time. So we're definitely going to be that conduit, if possible, for everybody that they can use us, to say what they need to say, to put out what they need to put out. So we're going to thank you one more time, sir. We're going to let you go.
I just joined your group, by the way. You better approve it, Billy. This would be embarrassing if I did tonight. I mean, come on. That's fantastic. Hey. I want to tell you, man. I'll tell you, somebody who lives in the area, I've never met you, I can't wait to meet you. I wish I could be able to hug you or at least shake your hand. Thank you for the efforts that you're doing. Because I know so many of these folks that work in the hospitality industry, beer, bartenders, all that stuff. And it's such a tough time. But thank you for, by the way, how's the curb service going for cocktails? Do you have any feedback on that?
Cocktails.
Although I did pick up, I gotta say, I did pick up the 3-pack of wine from Albatross and Giancarlo, and I pulled up on a motorcycle and he dropped it on the trunk on the back case, and I took off, and I'm going to be using it for his live tasting, online Zoom tasting on Sunday.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah,
that's cool, man. Well, we got to learn to adapt, and it's funny, man, because you're 32 years in the food service business. You got to be in your 50s to 60s. Am I correct, or what?
I'll just say I'm barely over the halfway mark.
Oh, okay, but hey, my point is that you're a little bit older than the rest of these guys. You're adapting to it, bringing the technology to knuckleheads like me who can't figure it out. I want to thank you for your efforts, Billy Cox, and wish you and takeout and delivery services in Monterey County the very best.
All right, you guys take care.
All right, we'll check back with you again. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Boy, that was really good, man. That's Billy Cox again. And, let's face it, we all go out, and like he said, Friday night, I've got a couple of places that I want to be at and be enjoying my friends. We can't do that right now. A lot of the folks that work in those places are looking to try to survive.
Exactly.
So again, if you can take advantage of the takeout delivery services, that would be a really cool thing to do. I'm Coach Casey, getting emotional, along with my man right here, Ken Armstead, who is the head of Destination 831. And I wanted to take a couple of minutes as we're waiting to talk to Prodes, the Foolish Times, the editor find out what's happening there. Who couldn't use a good laugh right now? We'll also check in with Maxfit Meals, Kris Spencer here in Monterey as we move forward. But Kevin, remind the folks about what Destination 831's doing and how we're using this right now to attempt to connect with the community and things that
Exactly, no problem. So what we're trying to do right now with the Destination 831 business in itself, we've been around for probably about 3.5 years as Destination 831. We were formerly Wired in Carmel. We changed the name of the business so we can get a better reach, number one, and we want to be the conduit for the Monterey Peninsula, the 831 area code, as far as businesses, posting events, anything that might help you, we're here for you. You can inbox us on the Facebook page, or you can call our number that's also on the Facebook page. It's going to be area code 831-206-9978. If you have a video that needs to be done, if you have live streaming that you need to handle, if you're a band, we can help you do that. We can do multi-cameras, of course. And, if you have a show or idea that you think of, we can also do that. We're literally here for the community. Yes, and there are also, prices that go with that, but believe me, you'll be very impressed to see what the prices are. After this is all over, you get a chance to, kind of check out our studio. We have a studio, we're currently in it right now, we're in Sand City. And we can do just about anything for anybody, but the basic gist of it is we're here to help you, be a better you. And we usually don't take on nothing unless it's a win-win for both parties. It needs to be a win for us, and it also needs to be a win for you. So we're totally a free business. We are a broadcast station, and we can do anything the big boys can do, which is a blessing.
Truly amazing the amount of effort, passion, love, and money that you have invested into this dream that you have. And right now, who would have known it would have taken a pandemic or something this drastic to really show the power of what you've been able to accomplish here. Everything's wireless, everything is virtually battery operated, which is pretty cool in these times. A lot of flexibility coming your way. And the fact that you care so deeply about the community. Every time I'm out with this guy, it's like being out with the mayor, Clint Eastwood. Come on, what are you talking about? He's so popular, and we hope to make this popular in terms of having you get a place to check out. We'll be on the air as often as we can, trying to talk to people like Billy Cox and others in the community. And how you're getting by, what are you doing? How can we help others to survive in times that we couldn't even fathom just a couple of weeks ago? The way I look at it, as our next guest is approaching the podium, is the whole world changed on the night that we found out that Tom Hanks and his wife tested positive. And that's the same night that Rudy Gobert with the Utah Jazz, they shut down the NBA, and the stuff got real. So I'll tell you what I need right now. I need a laugh. I need a giggle.
Well, I think you got the man on the phone right now.
Why don't you tell me who my next guest is, please? Our next guest.
Yes, we have Steve, the owner of Foolish Times magazine. He is our next guest, and we are currently working together with him to try to get the message out also. So he's going to be doing some posting inside of Foolish Times magazine as far as restaurants and things of that nature. So we've been putting that out for him.
Steve, great to have you on the show. How do you pronounce your last name?
Prodes.
Oh, that's what I thought. Prodes, good. And you got involved. Tell us the history of your involvement with the Foolish Times.
We can start there. That's a nice place to start. But I do want to say thank you guys for this opportunity to talk to you and your audience. I chimed in and heard you say something about you were funny, so we're gonna try.
Well, I was hoping. I mean, Foolish Times comedy magazine. I'm not funny. I need all the help I can get, Steve. Come on, bail my ass out, will you?
You know what we did, and all seriousness, we tried to do the right thing, and I know this has been a month where a lot of people are locked in, and they can't get out because it's the rule. And for me, my life hasn't been interrupted because I am media, and I also am a principal in the ancillary medical company. So I'm allowed to go to work. And there are times I think, wow,
Yeah.
And that's the hard part for people, because human nature says, gee, I could have the aid, I could be doing something else, and in reality, you're not going to get anything done anyway. Just stay home.
Well, Steve, you just reminded me what a wise man once said: social distancing doesn't mean we aren't together.
And that's what we covered. Thank you very much.
I ripped all, see, I'm in radio, man. I rip everything off.
And you didn't see the typo on the cover, did you?
Well, I have a look, no, I'm just off the website. Oh, yeah, does it, man. You spelled does it wrong. I love it. Now I picked up on it. Hey, I got to ask you a question based on the, and I got good ears, based on the word because. I hear some East Coast in there. Where are you from, Philly or New York?
Actually, right between. I grew
Jersey.
up between the Lehigh Valley and Pocono Mountain.
Oh, okay, see. All right, Pennsylvania. So, all right, Pennsylvania. There it is. And I'm interested in terms of how you acquired or how you got involved in the Foolish Times.
It's really interesting what even brought me to Monterey County. It was, I look back and think this is one of the last places I ever thought I would be. And it's seriously, I don't want to say anything discouraging to the people who grew up here or who live here and think, wow, this is really great. Because I think, wow, it's really great too. 17 years ago, Mike Myers, a New Yorker, actually from Westchester County.
Oh, I know Mike. He's a Yankee fan. Oh, I remember Mike. Thank you.
He was standing all around where I was treating. He decided that, this county really needs a spark. It's not a funny place and it needs something. So he launched Foolish Times, and he was on a crusade. He wanted to make people smile, make them giggle. That's who Mike was. And for me, I was working in another media company down here, and so Monterey County to me, all the represented was a paycheck to pay my mortgage, but it was in Santa Cruz County. And but then life happened. Like a lot of residents up there, I lost my house in a landslide. Then that's the bottom of the hill.
Whoa.
And
Yes, love.
funny story about my agent. At 6 in the morning, I'm standing in my driveway going, wow, my driveway is easier.
Jesus.
And I called the guy, and there's lots of those people are very friendly. And but when I told him what was going on, he said, Steve, it's an act of God, and it's not insurable.
Oh, just what you want to hear.
Wait a minute, what if I don't believe in God? He goes, you told me you went to Catholic school.
Well, that's why you... See, I don't want to jump on your punchline because I was in the same classes you were taking. Steve Prodes from the Foolish Times. Exactly. So you've always had a great sense of humor, yeah.
Well, your sense of humor is what's going to carry you through the day. I have been living in my car, continuing to make calls to my lender, government, and but the logical thing was, let's just move to Monterey County. But I did obviously continue to call, and I would like to shout out to FEMA for changing the rules after Katrina, and John Laird and Sam Farr for having our back, telling us there's nothing they can do for us. So, government works in very weird ways. They want you to vote for them. They smile, they shake hands, they kiss babies. They always tell you they have your best interest in mind. Hey, I'm not blonde. I'm not believing it.
Wait a minute, I was going to say, you're somewhat skeptical, I'm picking up on there, Steve.
Skeptical, jaded. I like the word jaded. There's less syllables in there. I can spell that one.
Yeah, that's an easy one to come on up with. Now, tell me, because I knew Mike very well. In fact, he and I, many years ago, when I was hosting a radio program in Sand City, right around the corner here, used to have a trade agreement where he was running an ad for me. And I just love the Foolish Times because one of the things that he explained to me is the fact that so many people pick that paper up and they bring it away to where they're going. Your circulation, while probably not huge, is certainly being passed off to a lot of people. Is that still the case?
I love hearing these things, but not huge, or hey, you're a small publication, or hey, we're an interesting thing from Monterey County. We print 20,000 of these every month. We are one of 2 publications that are distributed countywide. Fortunately or unfortunately, I know where every paper is. And I know what our return rate is. I can tell you that you're absolutely correct. There are people all over the place that pick it up. It travels well. We picked up a contributor who lives in Antioch because we found it in Santa Cruz. Outside of there, I had no idea. But it is something that people do gravitate to because we're not new. And it's funny.
Yeah.
It's gotten funnier over the year.
And-
Our big contributors,
Yeah.
our tunas are super great, and I am very humble to the fact that on any given day, we're getting a call or an email thanking us for what we do. It's great.
Oh, that's pretty cool, and I bet that's going to increase during these times. Now, I understand that local restaurants, we just talked with Billy Cox, who's organizing takeout and delivery service here in Monterey County. I understand that you've got something planned in your next issue or coming up in terms of how businesses, restaurants, bars can partner with the Foolish Times in order to get the word out and advertise their business. Tell us about that.
You know, I like what Billy's doing. I saw his thing online, and the pictures are great. The descriptions are super great, and we took that a step further in print. And what we did was we decided to do a community service paper. There's no billing at all to anyone who's in the paper for April. I don't think any other publication would ever do what we're doing.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. I don't mean to interrupt you, but once again, repeat that statement you just made.
There was no billing to anybody who's in our April issue.
That's pretty good. I don't think the New York Times was trying to pull that off or anything, but go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
You know, I don't pay child support or alimony anymore, so it's not like my ex is going to drag me in court over this.
See, now there's humor right there, kids. Come on.
Yeah, this marriage is we're partnering in the paper. But what we did was we took what Bill did and the restaurants he represented, and then we got lists from Old Monterey Business Association, Lighthouse, Wendy Griffin, North Fremont, in Salinas. They don't have a business association anymore in Old Town because it's a property association, but I know enough of the restaurants where they are, and in every corner of the community we call, find out if they're open, is it a regular menu, special menu, pickup, delivery, website address, phone number, and we have 4 pages of restaurants that are trying to keep their doors open in our paper.
Wow, that's a lot of pages.
It's out of the goodness of our heart.
That's a lot of pages, sir. 4 pages, that's a lot of pages.
That was a lot of work.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, we made, there were some new laws passed in 2019 that went unnoticed. And the one law is that there needs to be a city council person directing traffic in the Trader Joe's parking lot at all times.
That Ed Smith, man, he's tough. I'll tell you what, former cop. Watch out for that dude.
I can't believe people like Libby Downey voted for that and say, this is my thing.
Love
I'm
it.
so proud of this. Like,
Oh, my God.
You go out of your house and show yourself in public after that? Are you crazy? And our office is right behind it, so we see it. But the other one that I think is more important to us is the fact that the number of restaurants are not allowed to exceed the total population of our county.
Okay.
And when you look at the
We both
restaurants
said
here in Monterey County, I mean, not just here on the peninsula, but in the county, I'm surprised grocery stores do the same business.
And that's something.
So many places to eat, and yet a lot of the restaurateurs really don't do a lot of marketing to us locals. It's all about the visitors, and now they got to kind of look at it differently.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a little change,
Yeah.
You know.
And so we know there's a lot of restaurants, we know there's a lot of independents out there, and again, we want to support it. We, in our office, we pick a restaurant, an independent, we go to that one every day. We go to a different restaurant every day. And when we were making these calls, everybody was so thankful for what we were doing.
Yeah, well, we're we're definitely thankful also, you know, for you doing that for the community. And really happy about, you know, our little partnership that we've had for quite some time. Most people don't know that. As I was building this, as I was building this business, me and Steve had a lot of conversations, so it was really, really cool. I just want to say to you, we appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate it. This will be released a little bit later, probably later on tonight or early tomorrow morning. The podcast will be up, and then we'll take the video and we'll get that posted. We want to get that posted tomorrow.
You guys are doing, you know, some great things, and if we could all integrate our communication process to even just let the folks who live here know that, you know, we need to support each other. We need to come
Exactly.
together as a community.
Exactly.
Let's support the businesses that are open. Use your common sense. Wash your hands, because, you know, this is going to have, like a kidney stone, it is going to be a little painful, but we're going to get through it. And it doesn't matter what it looks like on the other side. We're all going to get there together.
Exactly. And I will be to see you pretty soon, buddy. We're going to let you go. Next up is going to be Kris Spencer.
Oh yeah,
from Maxfit.
before we let Steve go,
Yeah,
Steve, do you agree with Dr. Fauci, who is saying that alcohol and cannabis are recommended during White House briefings?
I would probably like to be first in line for that. Absolutely.
My other thing is April Fool's Day, man. That was a bummer, wasn't it?
Oh my God! And Larry Weil, the guy who got that patch in Congress, actually he was very humorous. He lived here in Carmel Valley.
Wow.
And I feel bad for the guy because he's so sensational. He's funny. He's got a beautiful wife. He's articulate. He's great. And yet, April Fool's went by and think, wow, like he just said, kind of really sucks.
It really does, man. 20.
That is so
Let's get it out there. Let's be nice to each other. Let's be kind.
So-
Let's share jokes. Let's share wisdom. And let's just use our common sense and do the right thing. And again, let's support businesses that are open and in a short amount of time. As other businesses use their common sense and open responsibly, let's also support them.
Exactly. Well, Steve, again, thank you so much. I'll be by to see you soon.
Great to talk to you guys.
Likewise.
And, thanks for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
You
You're
got
very
it. You
welcome.
take care, sir.
That's Steve Prodes joining us from the Foolish Times. Coach Casey, along with Kevin Armstead here at Destination 831. We're doing a semi-live type of radio meets video talk show. The phone calls keep rolling in here. We're going to be talking with Kris Spencer, who is the owner of Maxfit Meals here on Destination 831. And,
Hold that 2 seconds. Let's make sure this is Kris. Kris, is that you, sir?
Kevin, I can hear you. Yes, it is, sir.
Beautiful, brother. Give us 2 seconds. We're going to give you a proper introduction.
I'd say the rehearsal's going well here, Kris. Thanks for joining the program. Hey, by the way, I got to tell you, I saw your video and how things are going down there at Maxfit Meals in terms of how your staff is preparing the meals. Talk about changing things as you're going, man. Bring us up to speed. How are things going for you?
It's been a major change, right? Things have been going well, but we've always had a huge decrease in our foot traffic in our retail stores, but we've had a major influx in our online ordering platform and shipping through all over Northern California. So it's been some good avenues. It's been we've had a lot of challenges, but we kind of pivoted real quickly and changed a lot of things with our procedures. There's really instituted a really extreme protocol in terms of safety, a more aggressive approach to spraying down the shoes when our staff comes in the kitchen, Clorox, up to the point where we're even checking temperatures of our staff before they can come in.
Yeah.
So it's been we're at Maxfit Meals and Nutrition, 2 retail stores. A website, we have a manufacturing facility where we ship food out. So it's been a challenge, I'll tell you that, but it's been fun to do things the right way and, keep public safety at the forefront and learn the processes and, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, brother, you've been doing a lot of really, really great work, and also you've been working very, very hard over the years that I've known you. You've morphed into different things. You've changed with the times. You're doing a lot of really amazing things with the community. So I thank you for that, because that's a blessing for all of us, man. Really appreciate what you're doing. Also appreciate you being on the podcast. This is the first time we actually got a chance to, to chit chat a little bit and talk to you about what you're doing in your business and stuff.
I'll tell you what, if somebody's not familiar, Kris, with Maxfit Meals, explain to us exactly what you prepare and the services that you offer.
Sure. So typically, we on a regular basis, we do different choices that.
So once again, a brief overview as to Maxfit Meals.
Sure. So it's a grab and go setting where we stock over 40 meals every day. Wow. Fresh meals in our coolers as people come in and buy meal plans, or they can buy individual meals. And so we have 2 retail locations where we do sell supplements. Our fitness store has a pretty active smoothie bar, but we kind of pride ourselves as being like a little mini fitness quick stop with easy access to healthy food, smoothies, nutrition, and stuff like that. And then our site, we also have an additional online presence that's been growing tremendously. Fortunately, we launched a new website about 6 weeks ago, and we've gotten a lot of traction because of the shelter in place, and we're shipping all over Northern California.
Share the website with us. Tell us what the website is.
Yeah. Give us your website and how we can find you, or how other people can find you and they can order and things of that nature.
So are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still here. We can hear you, so everything went through.
So it's maxfitmeals.com.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Maxfitmeals.com.
I love that.
Hey, what are some of your more popular among those 40? Because I can be honest with you, Kris, I'm not the healthiest eater, but if I were to start getting Maxfit Meals, what would you recommend for me?
Well, our goal is to make fitness attainable for everybody. Going back to earlier in the conversation, I've known Kevin for I think about 5 years.
Yeah, at least, yes.
Yeah, I've been doing this 15 years. We started off, bodybuilding, and my store was just a supplement store. We focused on just building muscle and just being young and hitting the gym. But over the years, I've matured. I have a family, and my wife's a professional, she's a healthcare professional, and our goal is to make fitness attainable for everybody. So our demographic is actually a working professional, family, running around, soccer games, a lot of stuff unfolds, currently, but, our demographic, we're just surf personnel, we have a lot of police officers that stop shopping and get a quick meal, heat it up, quickly out the door. So somebody like yourself, we pride ourselves in making cleaner versions of your everyday dishes. So a chili verde burrito is probably one of our best sellers. We eat a whole wheat tortilla as opposed to like a refined, white tortilla, and then cleaner versions of chicken breast. We do a lot of Italian dishes where we use chicken breast, whole wheat pasta, less fat.
Really good too.
We have a really broad menu.
Yeah.
Where, like I said, we have Italian dishes, El Paso street taco bowl, marsala. We do have your chicken breast, ground rice and broccoli, like your traditional, really clean eating food. A teriyaki chicken with brown rice. But really something for everybody. Tri-tip wrap.
I've had that. It's amazing. I can tell you that.
I don't hear anything that sounds like a double-double or a Big Mac in here.
Tri-tip's
Yeah,
amazing.
the good part about it, too, portion control. I'm a big guy. Kevin knows me. I started this company because I've always been out of shape even as a teenager. A kid. I grew up custom pants in elementary school. So, I always will struggle with my weight page. That's something I've lived with my whole life. So eating, coming with this meal company was something that I kind of did for myself. And it's been a blessing for my family, friends, and it kind of spawned and started growing in the community. But the goals are not to be, a 22-inch arm for me. The goal is to live a better, more productive life. I actually have some health problems with ulcerative colitis. And I eat a very kind of clean diet, and Mexican food is fairly easy, accessible, and it helps maintain my health as well as, I'm moderate weight, where, I'm not going to do a bodybuilding show, but I keep the weight down.
I love it.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, I think it's an inspiration when you share with us in terms of, how this is affecting you or helping you in terms of, you mentioned there's some battles with weight, and of course the nutrition is often so overlooked. We're beginning to get a lot more smarter in that area, but this is certainly a cool thing.
The inflammation, if I don't eat correctly, I start really falling away from my diet. I'm human like everybody else. I start feeling at 15 years old, or I'm walking shut down bed, be 45, I don't go 60, where my joints are inflamed, and that means we probably eat too much sugar,
Yeah.
food, stuff like that. So, everyone likes to do good. Our goal is just to be, a tool for people in the community that are short on time. And back in normal days, there's nothing to get back and later. We had people that would come by 2-3 times a day, practice lunch and dinner. And it was great. We would go out for the year. And it's slow right now. We've definitely had a big retraction in our retail stores. But I'm remaining positive. We as a team, and Maxfit are kind of focused on ourselves and feeling sorry for the fact that.
And we're definitely always here to help you, as you know, if you ever need me. But your team is pretty darn good. But we're definitely here, and sooner or later you'll get a chance to pay a visit after this.
And let me tell you something, just based on somebing, I've not met you, I'm familiar with your business and all, but I sure was impressed with that video that you put out.
Amazing.
Showing, you got to change in these times, and your folks are suited up better than the folks that are coming out to clear, I think the PPE equipment is needed in New York City. By far.
And if anyone needs to donate that, we're trying to sensitive time, we're definitely not trying to afford it.
Yeah.
But my wife is
Oh, you said she's in the healthcare industry, so she's got the knowledge.
So yeah, we basically early on, seeing the trends in limited, COVID. I was saying we wanted to really get at it. So our partner, my manufacturing partner at himself got together, and I'm going to give a whole the great to him is really foresight.
I know you can hear me. I want to make sure we close on a good spot because we just have a pinch of technical difficulty, Kris. But first off, I want to thank you, my brother, for coming on the podcast. As you know, I will be in touch with you. And thank you again so much. So I'm going to let Casey go ahead and close us out, and then I'm going to shoot you a text when this will be up and running. Love you, brother, and I appreciate you.
Kris, we'll check back with you.
Yeah, thanks. You guys appreciate talking to me.
All right.
You got it. Take
Kris
care.
Spencer, Maxfit Meals there in Monterey. And you want to check him out, man. I definitely like the whole healthy meals thing. He's passionate about it, and they need your business. So I want to thank Kevin for letting us get together this evening and put together a program where we had a chance to talk with Billy Cox, who is the founder of Takeout and Delivery Service of Monterey County. Check them out on Facebook. Also had a chance to get a couple of giggles with Steve Prodes from Polish Times.
Indeed.
And of course, Kris Spencer joining us from Maxfit Meals. This will all be on the Destination 831 page. If you'd like to be a guest, you have any feedback, comments, we'd love to hear them, folks. We're putting together a program trying to let you know what's going on in these amazingly difficult days that change not every day, but almost every hour.
Exactly. And we'll be letting you guys know we're going to try to at least put out 2 podcasts a week. So we're going to have different guests, and if you would like to be one of those guests, just contact us and we'll get you on the show. And it's a call-in, so you don't have to worry about the 6 foot or the 12 foot or 24 foot or any of that kind of stuff. So we're definitely here for you, and we appreciate you.
Appreciate you very much. Thanks so much for tuning in. Coach Casey along with Kevin Armstead. This is Destination 831.
Peace.